Dallas Cowboys fielded the worst defense in football last season, dead last in points allowed. A hamstring injury ended Dak Prescott's year. The losses piled up, and the season sank. Then the front office did something rare. They tore the defense down to the studs. Owner Jerry Jones stood at the draft podium and said 4 blunt words. "We changed this defense." On draft night, the Cowboys gave up picks to climb the board. For one rookie, Jones refused to lose. A defender veterans already treat like the mind of the entire secondary. His name stays locked for now. The offense already carries a ceiling. Most teams envy. Dak Prescott returns healthy. George Pickens landed the franchise tag after a monster finish. CeeDee Lamb anchors the top of the depth chart. Javonte Williams bulldozed for 1,201 yards and 11 rushing scores, then signed a 3-year deal worth $24 million to stay the bell cow. The defense is where the money and moves exploded. The Cowboys shipped out a superstar pass rusher, then flipped a single mid-round pick into a Pro Bowl edge. Why one trade reshaped the entire front stays open. Now flip to the rebuilt back end. Jalen Thompson headlines a made-over safety room. Rashawn Gary crashes off the edge. Quinnen Williams and Kenny Clark clog the middle. A rookie edge from UCF brings a first-step coach's call elite. New coordinator Christian Parker runs a Vic Fangio-style scheme built to take the ball away. The Seattle Seahawks won it all last season. The Philadelphia Eagles still rule this division. So the real question sits heavy over Dallas. Is this roster ready to punch back in the NFC East, or is the hype running ahead of the record? But before we get into that, hit that like and subscribe button for more Cowboys and all the NFL content. Let's aim for 500 likes on this video. Start with the room the Cowboys refuse to ignore any longer. For years, the safety group sat thin and overlooked. This spring, the front office made its biggest free agent splash in more than a decade. Jalen Thompson signed a 3-year deal worth up to $33 million after 5 straight seasons as a full-time starter in Arizona. He plays strong, he plays free. He drops into the slot. He rotates down from a too-high shell without losing a step. On snaps alone, barring injury, Thompson profiles as the safety who sees the field most. Behind him, the depth turned real. Malik Hooker returned on a trim number after a stretch of nagging injuries. A steady veteran who reads route concepts fast. P.J. Locke came over from Denver on a 1-year deal. A flexible piece who feels strong, free, or nickel in a pinch, and profiles as a plus special teams body. Marquise Bell fights for a role as a downhill thumper who fits the new front. The point sits plain. Not long ago, Hooker was the best safety on the roster. Now, he might be the 3rd or 4th option, and the group is far stronger for it. Here is where the story tightens. Every veteran addition matters, yet none of them explains why coaches keep smiling in meetings. The Cowboys spent even heavier capital on a different kind of safety, a rookie built to run the entire back end like a coach on the grass. Veterans Dak Prescott and DeMarvion Overshown watched his first practices and walked away raving. The secondary ranked last in coverage grade a year ago. The front office believes the fix wears a rookie label and has not taken a single NFL snap. Shift to the trenches, where the whole rebuild started. The Cowboys spent last offseason finally treating defensive tackle like a priority, and this year they doubled down. Quinnen Williams anchors the interior as a disruptive force few guards handle alone. Kenny Clark lines up next to him as a proven run stuffer with heavy hands. Around them, the front office added veteran bodies in Otito Ogbonia and others to keep the rotation fresh. For a franchise stuck ignoring the middle of its line for years, this interior looks like a genuine strength for the first time in a long while. The edge room reloaded around them. Donovan Ezeruaku, a 2nd-round pick from last spring, flashed real bend and closing burst as a rookie and enters year 2 with a bigger role waiting. Sam Williams resigned on a 1-year deal after fighting back from a torn knee ligament, an explosive rusher hungry to prove the injury is behind him. Together they form a young, twitchy core off the edge. The Cowboys wanted speed and violence up front. They spent the offseason stacking exactly those traits, one signing at a time. New coordinator Christian Parker wants a front built on movement over raw size. His scheme leans on defenders who line up on the ball, stem off it, and attack gaps before blockers get set. Overshown fits the mold as a rangy chess piece in the middle. The linebacker room behind him remains the loudest question on the roster. Yet the front office already drafted an answer at the second level, a rookie, a few scouts compared to how Dallas once deployed its departed superstar. And the loudest addition up front has not even entered the conversation. Here's the name barely anyone outside Dallas is saying out loud: Malachi Lawrence. The Cowboys traded down 3 spots with the Philadelphia Eagles, picked up extra draft capital, and still landed the UCF edge rusher at pick 23. Head coach Brian Schottenheimer did not hide his excitement. He called the first step quickness elite. He praised the ability to turn the corner and run the arc at full speed. Best of all, Schottenheimer pointed to a rare instinct: attacking the football while attacking the quarterback. Lawrence posted a pass rush grade of 89.5 in his final college season. The connection runs deeper than the tape. New assistant defensive line coach Demira Brim worked with Lawrence at UCF before joining Christian Parker's staff. So the Cowboys drafted a young rusher who already knows one of his coaches, already knows the standard, and already trusts the voice teaching him. Scouts pegged him as a rotational rusher early, a situational weapon on passing downs, while his run defense catches up. In a division stacked with mobile quarterbacks, a fresh burst off the edge changes the math on third down. The surprises did not stop at the edge. With a third-round pick pulled from an earlier trade, Dallas grabbed Jay Sean Barham, a versatile defender who has lined up inside and outside. The plan sounds familiar. Start him at inside linebacker, then let him rush on obvious passing downs, close to the exact blueprint the Cowboys once used with the superstar they moved on from. 2 rookie defenders, 1 edge and 1 hybrid, both built for Parker's attacking front. And still, the single most important rookie in this class plays a different position entirely. Here's the answer to the question planted at the top of this breakdown. The rookie the Cowboys cut their heart out to grab is Caleb Downs, the safety from Ohio State. Dallas traded up to the 11th overall pick, sending 2 fifth-round selections to Miami to make sure no one jumped the line. Jerry Jones called him a prize sitting right there. Scouts graded him as the best player in the entire class, position aside. Downs earned marks above 85 in 3 straight college seasons, 1 at Alabama and 2 at Ohio State. The Cowboys see a quarterback of the defense. What makes Downs rare is range plus brain. He lines up at safety, slides to nickel, and covers the slot when the defense shifts. He diagnoses plays before the snap and gets teammates aligned. For a secondary ranked dead last in coverage a year ago, a signal caller on the back end changes everything about how fast the unit plays. Pair him with Jalen Thompson, and the Cowboys own 2 interchangeable safeties who let Parker disguise coverage on every down. The worst pass defense in football added the highest football IQ in its rookie class. The corner room deepened too. In the 4th round, Dallas stole Devin Moore out of Florida, a long, fast press corner scouts ranked far higher than his draft slot. Moore allowed a passer rating under 40% in his final college season with 0 penalties. Darren Bland returns from foot surgery as a ball hawk with a nose for takeaways. Kobe Durant arrived in free agency to create turnovers. Siobhan Revel and Kalen Carson pushed the depth after injury interrupted their first years. Suddenly, the Cowboys own the kind of secondary rivals lose sleep over. Now weigh all of this against the neighborhood. The NFC East does not hand out easy Sundays. The Philadelphia Eagles still set the standard in the division. The Washington Commanders own a dynamic young quarterback. The New York Giants added early draft firepower on defense. The Cowboys open the season on the road against the Giants under the Sunday night lights, then host the Eagles on Thanksgiving. To climb, Dallas has to win games. It lost a year ago, the close ones decided in the 4th quarter when the defense used to fold. The offense gives Dallas a puncher's chance every week. Dak Prescott returns from the hamstring injury with a decade of starts behind him. George Pickens stretches the field as a true number one threat opposite CeeDee Lamb, one of the most complete receivers in the league. Javonte Williams pounds defenses behind a run scheme, offensive coordinator Clayton Adams, tailored to his physical style. Brandon Aubrey drills field goals from distances kickers used to only dream about. On paper, the points are there. The question was never the offense. The swing sits entirely on defense. If Parker's unit climbs from worst in the league to even average, this roster wins its share of shootouts and grinds out the ugly ones. Division defenses have to slow Prescott and Pickens. Dallas has to answer against Philadelphia and Washington. And the single move most likely to decide whether the pass rush shows up on those Sundays traces back to one March trade almost nobody saw coming. It reshaped the entire front. Here's the trade. In March, the Cowboys sent a single fourth-round pick to the Green Bay Packers for Rashawn Gary, a Pro Bowl edge rusher in his prime. 1-day 3 selection for a proven double-digit sack threat. On its own, the deal reads like a steal. In context, it becomes the hinge of the whole offseason. Dallas swung it after trading away Micah Parsons, the generational talent the entire defense once revolved around. Losing Parsons left a crater. Gary was the first shovel of dirt filling it back in. Look at the full picture up front now. Gary crashes off one edge with power and speed. Donovan Ezirawaku grows into a larger role on the other side. Malachi Lawrence rushes fresh legs on passing downs. Sam Williams rotates in as an explosive change of pace. Where the Cowboys once leaned on one dominant star to carry the rush, they now spread the load across 4 hungry bodies. A pass rush built on depth holds up in December far better than one built on a single set of shoulders. This is the payoff Cowboys fans waited an entire offseason to feel. A year ago, the pass rush leaned on one man and the coverage behind it collapsed. Now the front rolls waves, the secondary reloaded with a rookie brain and fresh corners, and the coordinator finally has the pieces his scheme demands. The worst defense in football did not tweak. It transformed. One question still hangs over all of it, the one about a linebacker playing for his future and a quarterback chasing one more run. 2 men carry the heaviest stakes into the season. DeMarvion Overshone plays the final year of his rookie deal, and the money hangs on one word: availability. Nicknamed Agent Zero, the linebacker tore knee ligaments across 3 straight years, including all 3 in one brutal hit late in the season. When healthy, he looks like a top-tier off-ball linebacker, rangy, violent, a defensive touchdown waiting to happen. Stay on the field for 17 games, and he cashes in. The Cowboys are betting on health before they write the check. The other man is Dak Prescott. A hamstring injury ended his season early a year ago, and the whole thing unraveled without him. Now he returns with George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, and Javonte Williams around him, and a defense finally built to hand the ball back. Prescott has authored his best football with weapons like these. The offense was never the problem in Dallas. Give this quarterback a defense, pulling even half its weight, and the ceiling on this team climbs in a hurry. So here's the bold call. This Cowboys defense finishes the year inside the top 15. Dallas wins 10 games, and the NFC East runs through Texas by December. The Philadelphia Eagles will not walk off with this division unchallenged, not with the roster Jerry Jones assembled this spring. Disagree? Think 10 wins is a reach, or think it sits too low? Drop your record prediction in the comments and hit subscribe before the next Cowboys breakdown drops. The film room on the rookie the whole league slept on is loading. The star is back in Dallas.